though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels. And any time anybody speaks in tongues, it'll be in one of those two categories. On the day of Pentecost, the miracle of Pentecost was that when they spoke in tongues, when Peter spoke in a tongue, it was tongues to Peter. He didn't understand it, but a group from another country understood, a section of the countries understood every word that Peter said. That's the miracle. All the speaking in tongues would be in those two categories. And people get so heft, especially in some group in the United States called full gospel, and I don't know what that means. And they sometimes think they're businessmen. If they were really businessmen, they'd know they couldn't have it all, because nobody's got the fullness of the gospel of understanding, that's for sure. And they think that the epitome of the Christian walk is speaking in tongues. It isn't. The epitome of the Christian walk is to do everything the Word of God says the Christian ought to do. That's it. You can't just separate out speaking in tongues. They have separated that out even to the extent where they said if you don't speak in tongues, you're not a Christian. It's a bunch of baloney. God knows whether you're a Christian or not. I'll know when I hear speaking tongues. And speaking in tongues is only one of the 9 manifestations. And all of God's gifts, as well as all of the manifestations of God's gifts, are important. You can't just set one here and another one there. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, and the word charity is that word agapeo, which means the love of God in the renewed mind in manifestation. Every place it's used. Even if I speak in tongues of men and of angels, and if I do not have the love of God in the renewed mind in manifestation, it won't profit me any, because I will be as sounding brass or a tingling what? Cymbal. Nothing wrong with speaking in tongues, but it's me. I become as sounding brass. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not the love of God in the renewed mind in manifestation, nothing wrong with speaking in tongues. I become as what? Sounding brass or a tingling cymbal. That sounding brass could be sort of interesting. It could be used regarding money that you have in your pocket. Any of you got any change in your pocket? You men got lots of it in there, Bo? Stand up and rattle it. We better take another offering. We only take quiet offerings, silent offerings. That's the sounding brass. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have brought some money along, put it in my pocket, and jangled up here in front of the microphone. But you see fellows go around always jiggling their money in their pocket. You've heard it? That's how that sounding brass could be used. Accurately. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not the love of God in the renewed mind in manifestation, I become like the jingling of money in my pocket, which is not too loud a sound, but it's still a sound, right? And the last part it says, or a tingling cymbal. The word tingling is a loud noise, a roaring cymbal. The comparison is fantastic in my mind. The roaring cymbal is the shout, the the hard clapping on that cymbal for the army to march, for the attack. Remember the word, the guys that marched around Jericho, in the book of Joshua. And the Lord said, the seventh time around you do one thing, what? Shout! That's the tingling symbol. The shout. Now look at that. Though I speak with the tongues of men or of angels, but if I do not have the love of God in the renewed mind and manifestation, it'll either be like a little tingling or a loud shout. You know, I'll either make a little noise or a big noise, but it still profits me nothing. Whether it's little noise, big noise, that's the essence of that first verse. And though I have prophecy, verse 2, and understand all mysteries. And here we're carrying on from chapter 12, talking about the manifestation. Though I, have prophecy, though I give prophecy like we heard here tonight, and suppose I understood all the mysteries, like the church, the bride, all these other tremendous things that God has revealed through, if I understood all those, and had all knowledge, and though I have all believing, the manifestation of believing, so that I could remove what? The reason I know it's that manifestation because of Mark 11. Remember where Jesus said, if you say to that mountain, go jump in the lake, and shall not doubt, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. If I could remove mountains and have not, the word and here could be but, have not the love of God in the renewed mind in manifestation, I am what? Is there anything wrong with speaking in tongues? No. But if it's out of order, nothing wrong with speaking in tongues, but if it's out of order, who put it out of order? I did. Even though I may be like a sounding brass or a tingling cymbal, whether I do it jingling or whether I roar it out. And if I have a message in prophecy, if I've had an understanding of the mysteries, have the manifestation of believing, but if I do not have the love of God in the renewed mind and manifestation, I am what? Nothing. That cannot be true spiritually, because spiritually I am a what? Son of God. Can only be true horizontally in my walk, in my life, in my living. Then I am nothing. I'm nothing. There is nothing wrong with the manifestations. It has to be me, O Lord. That's right.